Hi, my name's Francis and welcome to Stories and Sound. In this episode we feature Animalhead, hard rock or in their words tropical rock band from Auckland. We go deep into the band and their history, talk about their new album Blood, Sweat and Beers, as well as a few lessons that they learned along the way. Also featured are live performances of their songs Devil Told Me So, Rabbit Hole, Lizard Eyes and a cover of the Beatles track Come Together. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Stories and Sound with Animalhead, and please feel free to share it around and let us know what you think. Cheers.
You better take all that later off, boy.
Every little last little smidgen. Give me a minute. Well, let's just get straight into it. Tell us who you are. Who is Animalhead?
I'm Dan, I play drums, and I'm an Animalhead.
I'm Cam, I'm an Animalhead. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Josh and I play bass.
In what band?
In Animalhead. Believe it or not, I'm an Animalhead too.
I hope so.
Shit.
Wow.
How long you guys been running?
Good question. Going on about 5 years now, I think.
Yeah. Is that as this?
Yeah.
As this.
One collective unit all
Yeah.
together.
Now, how did everything kind of start out?
You want to get this one?
Well, that's a good question. So it was you, Cam and Danny kind of got together. He just come back from Europe and Cam hit him up and was like, you want to do some jams and stuff, for jam. So they ended up playing and then they were like, we need a bass player. And I used to play in a cover band with Cam. And then he hit me up and was like,
Well, originally we asked a few other people, but they were busy. And then we thought we'd...
it was just like
And
the
we thought we'd
last
see
kind
what-
of, it's like, see what that guy's up to. But yeah, and then,
Sorry, Jay.
I came in last, kind of add to it. And then Animalhead started off. These guys already had a few jams, so it was kind of easy coming in because they already had some riffs and stuff, songs they'd been working on. So then when I came in, it was make some bass to it and that.
Already
and
rolling.
Yeah.
And sort of how long before Josh came into it?
Would have been a couple of months.
Couple of months, maybe. No, really just sort of harmless, fun jams.
Yeah,
Just because
just
we
making noise.
wanted an outlet.
Yeah.
And Dan and I had a couple jams before.
Jam and I
he
had a
went
couple of jams, eh?
Before I went to Europe. Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, keen to get you on this band thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm fucking off for 2.5 years. I'm like, oh,
Sorry, man.
See you,
thanks, man.
See you later, man.
Yeah, see you when you come back. And then, gave him the call. I was fizzing for it. And then, got the bro Josh on board.
Man. How did you guys all kind of meet or get to know each other, really?
That's a good question. Josh and I played soccer together when we were kids.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you play football?
Yeah. No, soccer. Football's English.
Oh, and you're American.
No, we're Kiwis.
Oh.
We played soccer for a couple of years together, and then Dan and I just know each other from
Working in the pub?
Yeah, working in the pub, and both been really cool guys.
And then I went to primary school with Danny.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I used to
That's
pick on
like-
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to hit on my sister.
Yeah, I did it.
So it definitely goes back a wee while, eh?
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
kind of still like in a little circle, kind of
yeah.
still close. Like, even our primary schools, he went to Riverhead and we went to Taupiki.
Yeah.
They're pretty close, so.
You met up at the backfield and had a mean
Made
fight.
out behind the
Yeah,
bicycle.
yeah.
How about musically? Like, how'd you guys get into music, both kind of performing and just learning it and stuff as well?
My dad bought me my drums when I was 7 and made me play the drums. I fucking loved it.
Ever since?
Ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, he was in the school band at Messi High School and I wanted to play guitar and then he's like, no, you should play drums. I was like, the fuck are these things, And I remember learning to play and he would go, okay, arm crossed over, play. And I was like, okay, can I cross my arms? Yeah. And he's like, no, get my hands and cross them over like this. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Fuck. And then that's how I played open hand. I just couldn't do it the other way.
Yeah.
But
You just found what you sort of could do and stuck with it.
yeah. But mainly just bedroom basher, no rudiments,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
You just made noise and figured it out.
Yeah. And then always wanted to be in a band. And then found these eggs and tore
Were
them.
there any bands beforehand?
Yeah, I was in a band called Decino, and we played at Auckland Uni in the square, and we got shut down. We were that bad.
It wasn't from a noise complaint or anything.
No,
like
it was
that?
it was noise. It was more noise.
Yeah.
But and then just like high school bands playing little bars like the Masonic down in Devonport and around the place, and then a little punk band called Jerkstrom where it was 3 drummers and we had to rock off to see who was gonna play drums. I lost and had to sing. and then Animalhead. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started learning Git probably when I was about 11. Sort of mum said they're doing music lessons at school. Do you want to learn an instrument? I was like, fuck yeah, I want to play drums. She was like, well, drums might not be available. Which could have been a lie.
Most parents don't want their kids to play drums.
So she's like, would you want to do guitar as an alternative? I was like, yeah, sure. And then...
Because you might play ukulele, eh?
She started to.
I know.
I got a lot of
I
people
saw her
over
the
that
other
age,
day.
I think, that age.
She's like, I bought a ukulele.
Cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, and they just haven't looked back. I used to just absolutely fizz it, get home from school. That's all I do until I got told to fuck off to bed.
Yeah.
Not like that. And they're like, come get your dinner. You really love you. You're a cool kid.
That's definitely how it went.
And I wasn't really in a band until Josh and I were in a band together. Like, I was just sort of like bedroom guitarist, like a lot of people seem to be these days.
Yeah, yeah.
And just
Caught the bug and then
caught the bug,
got into this, yeah, for sure. What made you want to actually go, okay, let's take it more from this bedroom out?
I don't know. Just a group of us being together. It actually started from a good mate of Josh and I's. It was his 21st coming up, and he really wanted a live band at the party.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then a friend of ours who can sing really well, we were sort of just jamming together, and then we're like, okay, we'll get a few of us together, and that's how our first band sort of formed.
Yeah.
Just covers, and then we wrote a few originals, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you just sort of, again, caught that bug. And
Yeah, yeah.
went,
You want to be like the dudes on your post-its on the wall, you know?
that
And
sort
you
of,
figure out how hard it is.
yeah.
Like blonde,
Once you get in
6
there.
foot, double Ds.
yeah.
There's only a certain level you can
yeah.
achieve with that.
Yeah. That
Josh,
didn't work
man.
out very well.
I started off guitar. I was like the same. I was like 11 or 12 or something. I started playing guitar. And then from high school, I tried joining some bands playing guitar. Never really worked out.
Oh,
And then
poor guy.
got a call from Cam. And he was like, doing this cover gig for a mate. Would you want to play bass? And I was like, bass. I don't know if I can play bass. But I was like, get into it anyway. And ended up enjoying it. So I stuck to bass and bought a whole bunch of pedals and
Yeah,
stuff
bought
to
a
make
whole
it.
bunch of guitars and
Yeah.
because you're just
Made it a
using
bit
that
more interesting. Yeah.
Ashton, eh?
Yeah, that's right. My guitar. I was using my guitar amp for a while as my bass amp because that's all I had.
Yeah.
And I got this cheap ass bass and played a few gigs with these guys. And then when I kind of started liking it, I was like, I better buy some proper gear and stuff.
Is that why you play bass and guitar? At the
Well,
same
my
time?
split, yeah. So pretty much my split setup and my pedals are there because that's what keeps me playing bass. to keep
Yeah,
it
so it
interesting
scratches
kind of thing.
both edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, sort of, and then at that point you're all together. How would you guys kind of describe the sound that you guys have created?
Good question.
Um,
Heaps of different influences, eh?
Yeah.
yeah, like genre wise,
Mm.
I don't know, hard rock maybe. But we dabble in
No,
a
it was
lot.
tropical rock,
It was
wasn't
tropical
it?
rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
Sure.
play
What are
tropical
the
rock.
characteristics of tropical rock?
Just play when it's quite warm.
It gets really
It's all
hot.
very
When
temperature
there's
based.
trees around you.
Yeah.
The spiky ones.
Outdoor venues. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's like, we got like three completely, well, not completely different, but coming from more like Deftones-y sort of like stuff. And then Cam you were playing more like almost like thrashy metal,
Yeah.
Metallica stuff. And then Josh, obviously with his split bass guitar
I'm more like
combo
riff,
business,
rock
was
band
just
driven.
heavy bass driven riffs. So,
Yeah.
which is rad. I think it's got a pretty unique sound, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
we
hard to
can't.
put it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But
Which
I
is
mean,
a good place to be for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're all not trying to be this one particular band that all three of us really love or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you get a lot of bands. I had mates in high school who really loved one particular band, and that was their sound. Was trying to
emulate
Yeah.
that.
trying to emulate that.
Even with our first album, which we're about to release, like you listen to every song and it's like 10 songs, almost like 10 different styles,
Yeah.
which is quite cool. But
As
I
far
think,
as a listener, I'm definitely keen on that. As far as so you're not
Yeah.
just getting kind of inundated with too much of the same.
yeah,
You've got the
we
small
seem very sexually confused. Like
Sing.
that would-
Sexually.
yeah. That's how I describe it. Eh? Every song, you're like, what? But I feel like we're starting to narrow in on like a particular
Starting
sound.
to find your place
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
but then as long as it's still interesting.
Yeah.
You know, some of the stuff we're like, that doesn't fit, but fuck, it sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
And we'll be like,
fuck
sugar
around
not
with that a
singing.
little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Josh, you can sing.
Well, based off that, let's sort of jump into one of the songs. We recorded the songs before. What's the first one that we're going to hear?
First song have to be our first ever single, Devil Told Me So.
Yeah.
So we played... Where was it?
Ding dong.
Ding Dong, Battle of the
Battle
Bands.
of the Bands.
The Ding Dong one.
Yeah, the Ding Dong
yeah.
one. And we came second.
Yeah.
And then we went in again the next year and came second. And then we're like, fuck, if we don't come first this next time, we're done. So we went hard out and ended up winning it. And then got our first recording with Dave Rhodes at Depot Sound
recording.
in Diva. And we wrote a song called Sink or Swim specifically for it. And he listened to it and he's like, yeah, nah, Devil Told Me So. And we'd mucked around so much. We had this tiny window of time to record it.
Yeah.
And it was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love this. I love the track.
Yeah. And that was like our first little introduction to
Recorded music.
yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
So
Let's check it out.
have a listen, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. State Highway 16, when a boss in his head say I'm missing. Think to rush, not with a loaded gun. If you see him run, run. 50 grand he's wanted, that'll rely. Got what it takes, man, suicide. He took everything, what? Did he ever ride? No way. Well, no. Never said, hey, down the tongue, hey, down the tongue. Run for a crime, need to not commit. Floating lady ashes on the violin. Story of the ultimate sacrifice. What? From a father to his daughter in the afterlife. Here we go again. Swore we never kill again. Smell of blood. Would on him to the very end. He took everything that he ever had. No way. Oh no. Never said. Hey, down the tongue. Hey, down the tongue. No matter what, he'll find you, no matter what.
Nice, TA.